So if you are in Michigan, if you are in Indiana, and you say, you know what, I don't like everything the president says and does, but my life is going well. I can put food on the table for my kids. I finally have a full-time job. The economy...
Well, I just wrote this the other day, knowing I'd be here, and I mean it from the heart.
Swear to God, I wish I had a milkshake and some popcorn for this shit.
And I think you'll understand it maybe better than I do in certain ways. For centuries, the African American church has been the conscience of our country. So true. It's from the pews and pulpits and Christian teachings of black churches all across this land that the civil rights movement lifted up its soul. Our nation is too divided. We talk past each other, not to each other, and those who seek office do not do enough to step into the community and learn what is going on. They don't know. They have no clue. I'm here today to learn so that we can together remedy injustice in any form, and so that we can also remedy economics so that the African American community can benefit economically through jobs and income and so many other different ways. Our political system has failed the people and works only to enrich itself. I want to reform that system so that it works for you, everybody in this room.
Actually, it's okay.
I believe true reform can only come from outside the system. I really mean that.
From outside the system. From outside the system.
We are going outside of the establishment. Becoming the nominee of the party of Abraham Lincoln. A lot of people don't realize that Abraham
God bless him.
The great Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Has been the greatest honor of my life. It is on his legacy that I hope to build the future of the party, but more important, the future of the country and the community. I believe we need a civil rights agenda for our time. One that ensures the rights to a great education, so important, and the right to live in safety and in peace, and to have a really great job, a good paying job, and one that you love and go to every day.
Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel so free. Flying away on a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's just me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and my name is Robert Kane. I am your host of The Devil's Advocate. I don't care to badger much. This is a fairly new channel, by the way. It's only been up for about 4 or 5 months. It's not my mainstream channel. By the way, to those of you who are on my Twitter, to let you know that page got, that account got, it got suspended. Oh boy, Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton just had enough of me. You know, I don't do video responses that often. But when I do, it is truly for the idiotic. So, anyone that happens to be on Donna Williams YouTube, anybody who happens to be subscribed to her, know that you're a fucking idiot too. That little video clip I just played was during the first round candidacy for the President of the United States between Hillary Clinton and Donald J. Trump. I could go on and on and on about how Hillary lost the elective vote of the House of Representatives. I could go on and on about Wild Bill the rapist, her husband, you know. I could go on about him. I think one video I've posted so far speaks for itself. I was going to do a 3-part series of Hillary Clinton's Dark Paradise, and I decided, you know what, I did a particularly good job on the first one. I think it speaks volumes, and it, you know, nothing else really needs to be said on the issue. Also, I've been very, very busy with things in my life. I'm a mason full time. I build custom stone houses, so on and so forth. I also have a anyways, I'm gonna not you know, toot my own horn too much here. I'm gonna basically, this is a hall of shame and a final coup de grace, if you will. Final coup de grace, which means I will now take my silver tongue and pierce the very heart of Donna Williams. Donna, you said to me in one of your opening statements that Donald Trump was behind in the polls, that his approval rate was not good. You clicked on that little link I sent you, didn't you? You know, what's funny, Donna, is what's truly funny about this is I sent you the link to Gallup, and Gallup Consulting, Gallup.com, as you know by now if you've really researched them. I don't know if you know what insider information is. You don't. You're obviously quite inept within the political realm. So let me just educate your fucking, you know, hermaphroditic ass on what Gallup is. Gallup is one of the most prominent resources for online political debating. As a matter of fact, it's the place to go. Okay? It is connected to every other social media. Outlook.com, Twitter, Facebook. It's got everything on there. So if you have any sort of email address, any sort of, you know what I mean, political standing, boom. This is where your tallies come out of, okay? Gallup.com is one of the most up-to-date. The one that I'm looking for right now for Donald Trump's presidential job approval ratings. It could be better, 37. 37, absolutely, it could be better. Term average date, 39. Still could be better. Yeah. Highest job approval rating to date, 45%. 45%. Now you had said, oh, he's way down in the polls for his general approval rating, right? Donna, then you had the audacity to come back and say, oh, after you did click on the link that I sent you for Gallup, and by the way, that link is clearly in one of the comments, so anybody that sees this fucking video is going to know what I'm talking about. Duh! Unless you deleted it, of course, and I can always repost later. I don't give a fuck. Anybody on my channel is going to see this video, and by the way, I will post the link to Gallup. You can check it for yourself. Okay? So, here is Donald Trump's presidential job approval rating. Okay, cool, right. Now, here, look at this. Average rating for the U.S. presidents.
53. Look at this. Obama, 49. George W., 60. Oh my God. Bill Clinton, 47. George H.W. Bush, 75. One of the highest. Good job, George. Okay. All right. John Kennedy, Richard Nixon. Look at this. Look at this. Richard Nixon and Trump. Okay. I mean, you can say what you want, ladies and gentlemen. You can say what you want. The bottom line is, now I'm going to beg all of you who are on Donna's, YouTube to, like, get the fuck off her channel. Don't give this bitch any fucking attention whatsoever. Donna, my name is Robert Kane, and you have just been gored by the very fucking horns of hell. All right? You cannot, with a straight face, sit there at your computer and say that Donald Trump has done nothing for your country. We paid off a very large debt here for Donald Trump in the signing of the NAFTA agreement. How do you know all this? Hey, guess what? I pay attention. And by the way, am I happy that my tax dollars were used to pay off Donald Trump's bill going into his presidency? Absolutely not. But was I happy with the signing of NAFTA? As a Canadian? Abso-fucking-lutely. I believe the reason why Donald Trump chose to scrap the NAFTA agreement after it's, of course, it came to its conclusion and they were trying to rebargain. And it doesn't surprise me that Donald Trump decided to scrap it and not re-sign because it was, at that time, it was a very unfair agreement. Yes, it was. But we also handed over $37.87 million of our tax dollars to basically, pay off some loans and help get Donald kind of even Steven at the time. By the way, the reason for this, if you follow the news, Donna, and if you read papers and if you do your research, you'll understand that Donald J. Trump had a number of his corporations and businesses involved directly in NAFTA at that time. So there was nothing wrong with that agreement. It was completely legal to totally just pull the switch on you, and send you to old Sparky. You want to go on about lawsuits. I know you're going to go on about Stormy Daniels, right? You're going to go on about you're going to go on about all these people. Here's the thing. I can tell you, Stormy Daniels is now stripping at a local fucking truck stop because she had, that's right, in a countersuit. She lost against Donald Trump. And she had to pay back $375,000, of which she was initially given in a payout for her services. Absolutely. They were known to, and Donald Trump said to his lawyer, it's time to pay her, we're send her packing on her way. Stormy Daniels didn't like that idea. So what'd she do? She went and wrote a fucking book. Well, you know what? Stormy Daniels, I never was a fan. I've always loved Mercedes myself in Savannah. They're good little gals, I still watch Mercedes videos to this day. I'm just going to come off and say this. That Donna Williams, you are truly despicable. And 2020 will be great again. My name is Robert Kane, and you've just been gored by the Devil's Advocate.